Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market. I'm not going to go into the details and like tell you where Bitcoin is going to go in the next 4 hours or something like that, guys. I don't, personally, I'm a swing trader. I like big moves, and they're harder to come by, obviously, in the bear market right now. My swing, I actually did a pretty good one on Bitcoin here from 15.8 all the way up to 18. I was kind of I was kind of like, damn, man, I can't believe I actually made pretty decent gains with Bitcoin right there. So, and then with Bitcoin, I'm not like I'll put a lot more into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like safer, type deal. It's not going to go to zero, contrary to popular opinion and Peter Schiff's attitude about the whole thing. Look, here's the deal, Peter Schiff, guys, man. Look, he's buying fucking Bitcoin. All right. I just know that he is. Somebody that's that vocal about Bitcoin and wanting you to go buy gold so he can make more money. That's his business model, is like getting people to buy gold products. Um, and he's very, very vocal with it, and he knows how to debate, he knows how to argue, and a lot of people will fall for it. He's kind of like a somebody who preaches the gospel and trying to get you to send him money, right? Like you got all these people, like you're looking at people on TV, and this guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'll sell you this rock, this rock that came from Jerusalem, and it's $1,000 for this rock," and people are lined up buying it, man. Obviously, it works because they're putting on freaking TV, right? And people are lined up buying it. Peter Schiff's kind of like the same way, guys. I don't know if you're buying like gold, but he's buying Bitcoin in the background. I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure it's going on with them. All right. So, all right. Bitcoin is right there at that. Like let me go to a weekly chart. Weekly chart, take a look at Bitcoin. And Bitcoin looks pretty good, guys. Like, you know, come back up and it could come up to that trend line and then it'll come back down here. Now, I was going over the traditional markets on, the traditional markets, guys, they could have bottomed. Now that I think about it, I got to rechange that strategy. The Dow Jones Industrial basically did a moonshot. It broke that. They come down in three wave. They could get out of there. The NASDAQ was able to do, it's looking like NASDAQ made some maybe a diagonal type move. It could come back down to 10,900 or as low as 10,300 and get out of there. Okay, my position on the NASDAQ was that it was going to come down and break the low, but now that it did this, that changes everything for the NASDAQ. And the S&P 500 is the same thing. It broke that low. It could have made some sort of five-wave move, and then it's going to come back down. Either way, they're going to come back down and probably a three-wave and just do another move over there. But you have to really, really consider that there could have been a bottom right there with these assets. You cannot rule that out, guys, at all. So, and the other thing is too, going over the DXY, the DXY is down here, and there could be a swing up. That'll send the traditionals down most likely, and then Bitcoin will be going down like this. So up, and then Bitcoin could come back down, and this will be your opportunity based on this wedge right here that Bitcoin is in my opinion, to finish it off. So you look at the overall picture. This is becoming a nice setup and showing you that Bitcoin is coming to an end right down here, guys. That really is. A lot of altcoins do the same thing. It's doing the same thing as some of the altcoins, right? You see some of those altcoins, they go like this. Like you trade in these altcoins, then they're trying to find a bottom. They come down in a wave one, as an example. Two comes down into a three, and their last little leg does what? It goes like this. It just dies and dies and dies and dies, like just like so. Usually in what? In the same thing, some type of descending wedge, just like this. And they come and they squeeze together right down there at the bottom, and then all of a sudden, boom, and it comes out and they start going like that. Same thing. You see? Look at that image. You see that image right there? And then you see this one right here? Boom, right down there. Okay? That's how I'm looking at it with Bitcoin. And then right down there above 13,800, it could dip down to 13,000. And Bitcoin's going to be finished. I won't be surprised if Bitcoin bounces up that 13.8, guys. That 13.8, which is right over here. The top of that wave right there is 13,800. Be right there. Look at the box. The box is lined up right with it. So that's what I'm be expecting. with Bitcoin, guys. All right. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, where are you going to make the serious gains? The serious gains are going to be in some altcoins that a lot of the bigger YouTubers are going to tell you, don't go into those, man. They're just going to dump. They're not going to go anywhere. Yeah. Well, if you find the ones with the right setups, they're going to go somewhere. They probably said that about some of them when Bitcoin made a move from what 17,500 up to 24,000. I mean, there's guys on my channel that are making gains on Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash, if you can believe it, right here. They went in there 102, 100, and went all the way up to on that wick 160. You know, it doesn't look like much on this chart, but that was pretty, 50, 60% gains on Bitcoin Cash right there on that move, guys. So, looking at some of the other assets, I was looking at, what is one? Lido, guys. So I was looking at Lido, and you have to reevaluate Lido here because it broke out of this wedge. And now I'm starting to think that Lido come up and then went down and it went up into a wave, and it came down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's out of there. So I'm wondering here about Lido because Bitcoin did the same thing coming out of the market. So what Bitcoin did out of the 2018 bear market, it went up into a wave, right? It came back down, it broke the high, and it slowly came down into a 5-wave move like this, and then it broke, and that's when it went out. Okay, on Bitcoin, I'll show you right over here on Bitcoin. If you take a look at that, that's what it did right over here. Okay, it went up into a wave right here. It broke the high. Here, I'll show you. Let me go to a 12-hour chart. I'll show you guys that over here with Bitcoin. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin went up into a wave. It came back down, and you see how that wave kind of almost went higher than over here, and then just slowly went down in this 5-wave move in this descending wedge, just like that. That's a descending wedge right there, guys. A little mini one. It came back down, and boom, it came back out, and then it started going like that. That's probably what Lido DAO did over here, guys. Something like that. So, because I was waiting for Lido to get back down to these areas to start seriously consider loading up, okay? So Lido's in a good setup. You got a massive 6x. This was 600% move over here, and it's coming down over here, and Lido's going to do another one over there, guys. Lido's going to do another one over there. I'm not too much of a fan of Lido. It's definitely high risk, and it has the word DAO in it, right? DAO, D-A-O, yeah, DAO. Like those DAOs got a bad rap back in 2021. Everybody's like, we're all going to get rich together with the DAOs and everything. And they all came tumbling down and crumbled, most of them, and then the other guys, that greasy dude from Phantom that started Wonderland and everything like that. And it's all follow the leader. Let's all pile in because he said it's great. Well, where is he now? Where is he now when the times are tough? Nowhere to be found. At least the Andrew Cronhay guy had some balls to come back. If he did come back, at least the guy has some balls to come back. Well, times are tough. So I'll give him a little bit of credit there. But, these guys right here that are leaving the crypto market when times get tough and they go crawl under their rock, you shouldn't follow those guys. Those guys are wimps. What are they doing? They're supposed to be in when times are tough, not when times are good. You see how that works, guys? So just my own little 2 cents of my opinion on everything. Think about it. Where are some of these guys now? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Another coin, Sol Phantasma. Sol Phantasma is not a bad deal right there, guys. Be checking that one out. That could have been a bottom for Sol Phantasma in this area, consolidating right over there. And look where it is on the chart. The bottom of that 4th wave, top of this wave 1, right over there at 12 cents, I think is what it was. Could have been the bottom, more or less 11 cents. Could it break it if Bitcoin makes a dump? It could, but I don't think Bitcoin is going to do a massive dump, guys. What I mean by massive, I think it's just going to come up and then it's, I hope it's swift and sharp and just get it done. But it could do something very, very slow, guys, on this descending wedge with Bitcoin, okay? Let me go to a 3-day chart and show you guys. It could just slowly make its way down there. Once it gets up right here, maybe up to that trend, and then it could slowly just make its way down there and find a bottom in that area. Okay, with Bitcoin. What are some other coins that people, a lot of KDA. KDA is a very popular coin, guys. KDA is one of the most popular coins on my channel. It is the most popular coin on my channel. So that should tell you something right there. Not fundamentals or anything. This coin is the most viewed and most asked about coin out of all of them. KDA. And KDA is like in the same system, Bitcoin, proof of work type thing. And it's interesting too. I find you have a coin like Caspa is the same situation, right? So Caspa is going to be probably top performer too in the next wave run. So it came down, touched the box. Let's take a look at Caspa on a 12-hour chart. And it came down to these areas right here. What did it wick to? Right at the bottom of that wave area right there, guys. Okay, so that's the fourth. Looks like it's the fourth wave of the third wave. No? Yeah. Yeah, it had a high third and then the third wave, fifth of the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the fourth wave of the third wave. And then it pulled off a fifth wave there. So this is an area I'm definitely going to be checking out Caspa, guys. And I went over Lido DAO a little bit with you guys. And I just want to give you that little bit of update with what I'm looking at. Just have a little bit more patience. I think that this is coins that are doing a setup. That could have been a flat right there. It could be done with Trust Wallet, guys. 12-hour chart. It came down pretty deep. Yeah, it came down pretty deep. That looks pretty good. Let me check the daily on that for Trust Wallet. It could come deeper for sure, guys. So it definitely could come deeper. I still would like to see it at $1.90. The $1.90, $1.67 area would be a better deal. And certainly if it's down on this trend line, you will definitely pull the trigger. If this thing's back down here in this area, I'll pull the trigger for that for sure, guys, on Trust Wallet. So XRP, I'll go over update XRP. XRP is very simple, guys. It's very simple. All right. This trend right here, as long as XRP maintains this trend, okay, and it very well could maintain that trend, come back down there, and XRP could get out of there. You can't rule out some type of pretty bullish sequence that it's doing a setup over there. Now, you can't rule out either also, too, that this is all corrective. It's going to come back up and come smashing back down. But if you take a look at, let me go over here to Bitcoin, right? So let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right, compare that with XRP. So here you got Bitcoin. Let's say it's here and it might come back up to this area to like 18,700 or 19,000. And then it's going to make this trek back down. Well, XRP could go up just ever, 40 cents, 42 cents. And then let me take this trend line like so, okay? And take that trend line just like so. XRP, could make a move up there and then just come back down like so. Might even wick through the trend line, come back up, and then boom, it could get out of there, guys. That's what I would be paying attention with XRP. I'm not a fan of XRP. I don't think that it's going to do these massive moves like everybody thinks. I made previous videos about that. So I think there's better assets to be in than XRP. But there's not to say you can't make some moves right there with XRP in the next wave run that it's going to do. That's just breaking that high right there is 429%. And if it breaks that previous high of that fifth wave that's over here, then you're looking at, a 10x on XRP, guys, potentially. Okay. But that's going to be the last hoorah for XRP because I think this is going to be the wave count 1, 2, this right here. Okay. This whole area is your one. This is your third wave. And this is your ending diagonal right here. It could be a starting diagonal, but I might be wrong about that. Okay. That's just how I see XRP. So And then, the community behind XRP2 is pretty strong. That's the other thing that's good for XRP. Litecoin, same way with Litecoin, guys. Go over like, say, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin goes up and it's going to come back down. Well, what's the deal with Litecoin? Litecoin can go up, come back down, and that'll be your area right over here for Litecoin, guys. So back up for Litecoin and it's going to come back down, and then Litecoin can do that, just like over here, guys. This similarity to this area right here to right here, and then you can put on the moving averages. I have the 50 to 200 on the weekly. Let me go to a daily on that. I'll show you. You can see on the daily, what did that do? You can see right here where the 50 crossed over the 200, it came back down, touched it, and it ripped out of there. So you take it over here on the Litecoin, just a second here. On Litecoin, you see how the 50 went over, it come back up, it's going to come back down, potentially touch it, and rip right out of there. Just with this these moving averages, you can just do a simple move with Litecoin right here, just based off those moving averages, set up stop losses, and then get the meat of the move on Litecoin over here, guys. Okay, and in my opinion, you're going to make more in Litecoin than you are in Bitcoin, contrary to popular opinion of Litecoin. Nobody's on this, but Litecoin's set up to do that. It's set up to do that just based off the moving averages. And I'm not looking at the weekly, just the daily moving averages, guys. So with Litecoin, and then you can make some serious moves over here. That's another reason why I sold some of my Bitcoin too. It's just I want to take that asset. I made the gains in Bitcoin, sold out of it. Somebody had asked it in the comment section why I sold my Bitcoin. One, I told you guys in previous videos, I was going to sell my Bitcoin because I was going to be the guinea pig. I said, look, if I sell, I was going to be the guy that fell on my sword. I was going to do it. I said, look, guys, if I sell my Bitcoin, all of it, then guess what? Bitcoin will go bullish probably, right? Get rid of all of it, go bullish. But I kept my Ethereum just in case. But with Bitcoin, I sold it because I told you guys I was going to sell it. I got a little bit in a wallet still, just a little bit amount, because you never know, the whole theory that it just might do this moonshot because of the limited supply, et cetera, years down the road. We shall see. Remains to be seen. We'll see how that works out. According to the theory, with the limited supply and everything, it makes sense, but that remains to be seen. We'll find out. But with Litecoin, you're going to make probably more X's with Litecoin, in my opinion, just based off the charts. I'm going to go off the charts, guys, right now. So we shall see. We shall see when it shows up. Ethereum. Ethereum's looking pretty good on the weekly, guys. Really. Ethereum's looking pretty decent on the weekly. Right there. So going over some other assets. I will go ahead and update some other assets as that we see here what is going on, and just keep you guys abreast of some stuff. The coins with the good setups, like KDA, Caspa, potentially Lido DAO, potentially Chiliz has a good setup, guys. You want to pay attention to Chiliz, even though it's really, really red right now. Just look at this. You see this move right here. You see this right here. I mean, look at this, guys. You cannot deny this. Chiliz is doing the same thing as Litecoin, just on a grander scale. I mean, how eerily similar is that, guys? Am I the only one that's noticing this? It's going to come down there to the box, and once Bitcoin finishes its bottom, potentially, Chiliz is probably going to rip right out of there. You can make some serious gains on this one. All you have to do with Chiliz, right? All you have to do, let me remove this. Okay. We'll go over Chiliz real quick, guys. So with Chiliz, go to an 8-hour. Get my drawings, everything off there. So Chiliz is going up. It could come back down into the box, let's say as low as like the 11 cents area with Chiliz. And you just pay attention to Bitcoin and what's going on with the markets, right? And if it looks like it has a bottom, Let's say Chiliz is 12 cents. So there you got 12 cents right there. And I would set the stop at probably right around that high 10 to 11 cents area. And you just, you do the same thing. So this will be like with Chiliz, this will be like a quant move, guys. Okay. A quant. I was telling people about quant. Let me show you guys something. I was on Soul Phantasm. I'll show you guys something on quant, right? So I did this with a guy. He was asking about quant in this area. So let me go to a daily chart. I'll show you. This guy contacted me through Twitter or something like that. And the quant came down to the $41 area right here. And it was in this area. It was right in this area. And the guy said, not financial advice. Remember, that's not financial advice. He's like, what do you think you should do? I said, look, just load up on quant. I think it was 45, 46 or something like that. Load up on quant, set your stop right there at 41.50. Just keep it and risk it for the biscuit, right? Risk it for the biscuit. And look, I just load up, put it right there. Chiliz. So here you are in quant. Chiliz is going to be the same thing, guys. Chiliz could potentially be the same thing. Back down here into this area, okay? Is it going to rip from there? It could. But I'm expecting it to come back down when Bitcoin comes back down. It could be the same thing. And I'm thinking now, instead of being on top of these waves, see right there, it's stopping on top of these waves. But this wave over here is part of completing this wave sequence. So over here is the top of wave 1, and here's another wave. So you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 4, 5, 4, 5. So these are wave 1s. So there's a good shot. It could be 12 cents. And you set up that stop, you load up, and then Chiliz can go on that rip. Of course, you want to pay attention to Bitcoin and the rest of markets and what they're going to be doing while they're going down. So realize too that Chiliz could go down, okay, to the 786. So let's take a look at the fib retracement. You see the 786 is the 1068 too, okay? So you want to be aware of that. Chiliz can make a move down there. All right, guys. If you made it all the way to the end of my video, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.